Hey guys, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to another ramble session. Let's see. I am as usual, I am working on my Fibonacci because I am behind. Not too many days though, which is good. So, let's see, what else have I been doing? Oh, I did want to give you a few tips. I've probably told you this before, but I'll tell you again. Some of the things, that are really fun to use in your Fibonacci are, packaging that you get from different things. So I had gone ahead and ordered some clover yo-yo makers, which I'll get into that in a second because as you know, lately I've been on a yo-yo binge. So, and anywho, so yeah, I've been working on some yo-yos and whatnot, but anyway, back to the tips. So yeah, it's always fun to put packaging in, especially if you want to know like where you got a piece of something from, right? So you always have it in your book to remind you where you got something from, if that makes any sense at all. Another tip as well is, I know that sorry for the glare, by the way. I know that a lot of people like putting clippings from magazines into their books. I think I've told you once before that I have gone online to, sometimes I just look up like free magazines, or sometimes I look up a specific magazine, or I look up a specific company. And a lot of times you can go onto their website and order their catalog, which is what I did in the case of this catalog here, which is called Through the Country Door. And I love this catalog, mainly, in all honesty, mainly because they have a lot of beds. Okay. Like, look at that beautiful bed, right? Sorry for the glare. But one of the things I love about, well, y'all know why I use the beds, because on certain days when I'm not feeling well, I have what I call bed days. So I like to, I guess, memorialize my bed days by clipping out a giant bed, okay? And what I like about this magazine as well is, how they, magazines usually have like letters to denote the prices, down at the bottom here. In this magazine, their letters are off to the side. Call me weird, call me OCD, I don't know. But when I'm clipping out a bed to use as a picture or any other type of thing, I don't want letters or writing on my clipping. I don't want the letters on my clipping. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, look, and Melbourne. That reminds me of my sweet sister Karen. Even though I don't know. I mean, I know Melbourne is in like Australia, but I don't know where in proximity to her. Anyway. But this magazine is super, super beautiful, okay? Like, for instance, sorry if this is like weird, but see, like you could cut out this beautiful, beautiful beach scene, right? Or the starfish, the shell. I mean, how gorgeous is that, right? And there is nothing impeding the beautiful piece of, magazine, right? So, just a little tip for you. If you don't have magazines, I know some people on the group, have said, oh, my library doesn't give free magazines, or they don't, sell them, discounted or whatever, and I can't find them at thrift stores or whatever the case is. There's a little tip for you. You can go online to, a housewares store in your area or in the country that you're in or whatever, and just check and see if they have a catalog subscription. It doesn't cost anything. You simply, type in your information and you'll get, a beautiful catalog that you can use. Like, how adorable is this? Oh my gosh. Darcy, if you're watching this, this reminds me of your page that you just did. Like the cute little camper van. Oh, how cute. See, I mean, there are so many ways to get images for your book. If, you know, if that's what you want to do to decorate some of your pages. So there's a little tip for you. What other tips did I have? Oh yeah, just using packaging, you know, using packaging from things that you've purchased. Yeah, so anyway, let's see what else has been going on. Oh, I made this, you know, silly me. I should have filmed a, like a video process video, I guess, or whatever, of me doing this. Maybe you guys would have been interested, but this is actually a paintbrush. And in another group that I belong to called My Year 2012, Jean Aaron's in the group. This was her brainchild. She came up with the idea of exchanging artist trading brushes. It's kind of like an artist trading card, only it's a paintbrush, right? So you take one of your old, you know, used paintbrushes, or it could be a new one, whichever, and then you decorate it, right? And then you exchange it with another artist, and they send you one and you send them one. And then, you know, if you do multiple exchanges, of course, you'll have, you know, a really nice little jar of decorative paintbrushes. It was such a cute idea. So this one I made for Sweet Jerry. She should be getting it today. This video is going to post today, hopefully. So I hope she doesn't see it before she gets it, but I did speak to her beforehand. She said that that was okay. So anyhow, that, this was, I hope you can see it. This was it. Her favorite color is green. So I put some green paint and then some splatters because I love pink and yellow with green. I just love that combination. And then I had put some, like handmade paper beads on some organza ribbon. I had put some butterflies on that were really cute, like little dangly butterflies with a little charm that says handmade with love, I believe. This little metal piece right here says faith on it. And these are just some little flowers that I hot glue gunned on with a little, you know, wooden embellishment. So I had a lot of fun doing it. It was super fun to do. So I'd been working on that, and then, oh my gosh, back to the yo-yo hole. Good grief. Okay, but here's what I did, right? I went ahead and purchased these two, they're called Clover Quick Yo-Yo Maker, okay? Now, I have to disagree with the term quick that they advertise. As you know, I had been making a lot of yo-yos to be used as embellishments. So here's my little mason jar full of yo-yo embellishments. And what I had done, you've seen these a bazillion times. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, there's a little splatter of paint on that one. Whoopsie. Anyhow, these I had made, you know, by hand, just, you know, not using these guides, okay? Now, where did that other yo-yo go that I had? Ay, Elizabeth. Good grief. I just cleaned off my desk too. Like, seriously? Oh, for criminy sakes. Good Lord. Anyway. Okay, I can show you with the other one. Maybe it's over here. What I did... Oops, sorry, Addie. Oh, there it is. Durr. Okay. This is one that I made just, you know, by hand, okay? And if you'll notice in the center, it's just like unfinished edges, okay, of the fabric. So that's why I went ahead with my little paper clip embellishments and stuck a button onto it or an enamel dot onto it to cover up that mess, right? So then as I was looking online for yo-yo projects, I found these, and that's what they are. Clover Quick Yo-Yo Maker. And I think, like, I want to say the large one, which makes a yo-yo that is this size, okay, in comparison to this size, okay. I think it was about like $5 or $6 and I got it on Prime. But what I ended up doing is they had like a package deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get the large one, which is this one. And the large one makes the finished project, I think, is 1 3/4 inches. Yeah, that's the finished size. And then I got a small one, and that finished size is 1 1/4 inches. Okay. Now, here's the difference. Okay. The green one is made sloppily by me. The blue one is made using the clover disc. Okay. Now, in my opinion, how can I do that? Okay. In my opinion, the green one is just fine if you're going to put like an embellishment in the center of it. If you're going to make projects that like table runners, or like little placemats or little doily type things or something like that, I would definitely choose to do the finished edges one. Okay. Now there are 2 ways to do those. You can purchase one of these clover things to do it with, or you can simply, when you have your, I don't have a piece of fabric right now cut, but when you do have your fabric cut, you just overlap the edge like 1/4 inch or so. Like, yeah, like I would say 1/4 inch. And I showed you on the video. You turn it over. Well, I showed you how some people do it. I don't think I actually showed me doing it. But anyway, you turn over the edge and as you weave your thread in and out, okay? Now, a couple of things with the yo-yo thing, and this really wasn't going to be, it wasn't supposed to turn out to be like a review, but the reason why I disagree with the quick part of the description on the packaging is because it actually takes a little bit longer, okay, to use one of these than it does just to grab a piece of, rounded fabric and just do it yourself. I mean, like these little things take me literally about a minute to do. With these, it just takes a little bit longer. It's not that big of a deal. But what I do like about using the template thing is that you get a much more precise yo-yo. It looks a lot neater. It looks finished. And then these can then be used either to applique onto something or, like I said, to make some sort of project with it. Okay. And then these are, that's the bigger one. So see the center there isn't all a mush of, edges of fabric. It's all tucked in there nice and neat. And, it just makes for a neater yo-yo. So yeah, I'm going to be working on those. And then I finally found a reason to use my beautiful Molly and Rex box, right? This is just like a regular, just a box, plain box. But I love it because I love Molly and Rex items. And now I'm going to just start making my yo-yos and throwing them in the box, right? And then when I get enough to make a project, I will put them together to make something. And this is something too, well, hopefully, I'm going to see if I can work on these while watching TV, okay? I am not one to walk and chew gum at the same time. And especially, like I know a lot of people like to watch TV in the evenings or whatever and be doing something with their hands. I always hear people have their little project box right next to them on the couch or whatever. In my case, unfortunately, I have a difficult time with hearing. And so when I'm watching a program on TV, I have to use subtitles so that I can read what they're saying, or I simply read their lips. Why I have hearing difficulties, I have no idea. But yeah, it's gotten worse and worse over the years. And so it is a little bit more difficult for me to do 2 things at once, especially if hearing is involved. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm going to try it maybe tonight. I'll cut out a bunch of circles and see what happens, right? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's a cute little bird I just found on my desk. I'll have to use that somewhere. So yeah, Couple little things for you. Didn't really mean for this to be a review on the Clover yo-yo maker, but that's the way it turned out. I just love these little things. So I'm going to be working on that. Let's see what else. I still have pages, you know, to finish up, in which case, see again, I've gone through and I have written all of my stuff, stuck all of my things down. Now I just have to go through and outline with my flare, and, you know, get these pages done. Oh my gosh. A lot of times, you know, I've told you in the past, it doesn't bother me to be behind. A lot of times it's a little bit more helpful for me because I do use Post-it notes, and I go in to my computer and I get all my clip art and all that stuff ready and stick it, you know, with a paper clip onto the page. And then I go, oh, I just heard a noise. I don't know what that was. Oh, maybe my daughter's home. She just went and got her lovely locks cut. So I'll see her in a minute. Anyhow, what was I saying? Yeah, it kind of helps me to go back and, you know, look through the day and what we did and kind of reflect on it a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know if that makes any sense, but anywho. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully be working on these today. And the other thing that I really want to work on as well is my shout out pages from my February book. I really want to do that because there's so many great, you know, YouTube channels out there that I watch, and even some that I need to add to the list. Like I didn't have enough paper on some of the pages. So I do want to do that and get that out for you. And of course, it's not going to be like an exhaustive list because, let me tell you, girlfriends, I can watch some YouTube, okay? But it is going to show you some that maybe, you know, you haven't looked at, or, you know, maybe new channels for you to try, which I always love, you know, finding new channels and seeing new things. And if you're part of any of the groups, like, and I'll list some of them down below, like the Fobonichi Journalers group, they do have in their file section, they have a spot where you can share your YouTube channel if you have one. And if you don't, you can go into that file and you can look up other people that have YouTube channels. So you can find new people all the time on there. And also in the journaling group, Journal Your Heart Out, I believe in their file section, they have, you know, social media files where if you have like an Instagram, if you have a YouTube channel, things like that. So you can look on there and find tons of new inspiration that way. Also, when you're on YouTube, you know, and you're looking at specific, I'm sure you guys know this, but just in case you don't, if you're on YouTube and there's usually like a sidebar on the right-hand side, and those will be channels that are recommended for you. And I do find a lot of new channels that way, because if I'm looking at Fobonichi flips, or I'm looking at, you know, face painting or something like that, I might find a new channel over in the sidebar. So that's a good way to find new channels if, you know, if you want to find new channels and get more inspiration. What else? Oh, also sometimes what I do, and not everybody has this on their YouTube, it all depends on your privacy and stuff like that. But if you go onto my channel, for instance, up at the top, it'll show like things that you can click on. It'll show like home, videos, playlists, you know, so you can click on those individual things and, you know, a new page will come up. So if you click on videos on my YouTube channel, all my videos come up, obviously. If you click on playlists, I try my best to put all of my videos, to categorize all my videos into playlists. So I have playlists for ramble sessions. I have playlists for flip throughs. I have playlists for the tutorials that I have done in the past, things like that. So you can always check that. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you go along that bar, sometimes, depending on the person's privacy settings, there will be a button that says channels. Now, I'm not sure if it works on somebody else. Yeah, it does, because I've done it before. So if you click on that channels button, what will pop up are the channels that that person is subscribed to. I hope I'm not giving away some great big secret. I have it on my channel and I don't care, because what I like to do sometimes is on a particular artist channel or Fobonichi channel or whatever it is. I like looking at the channels that they subscribe to, because they might have channels on there that they look at and watch that I've never heard of before. So I always, try to go check them out. So there's just another tip for you if you didn't know it already about YouTube. That yeah, you can go on your favorite person's channel or a person that you watch all the time and see if they have that option on their page, and then you can see what they like and possibly get some new inspiration from some new channels. So yeah, I'm hoping to have those shout out pages ready, I don't know, fairly soon. I don't hold your breath, but it will be coming soon. And anyway, I think that's all for now. I'm going to go look at my daughter's bonnet and see what a beautiful job her hairdresser did. And I will catch you all later. I thank you for your time and your support and your sweet comments and likes and all that good stuff. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.